Hi, thank you for attending Invoice training in Aljax. All accounting procedures really begin in dispatch. All the information that's entered by the dispatcher becomes available and more of an audit procedure by the accounting people in your organization. So here we are in active dispatch, and we have a load that's been delivered. And as you can see, there are several charges here to the carrier, and you will see those in the accounting side already. It won't be information that you'll have to enter in as the accounting person. So once the dispatcher were to release this load, it would no longer be available to the dispatch permissioned people, only to people with accounting access. So once we've confirmed the release, we can now access this on the accounting side. We're going to go into Invoicing, look in our Invoice file, and we're going to look up the invoices. We're going to go by pro number, and this would be something that you would do, say fast forward 2 weeks later and you receive a stack of invoices and you're looking to bill the papers or the invoices that you have on your desk. So we can enter in the pro number. And here we are with our load that has now been delivered and released, and we're in the invoice file. Again, you would take this opportunity to audit all the information, make sure that all the charges are correct. This is your screen 1, and you can opt for screen 2, which will give you a listing of all the charges in a little bit of a better view. Hit number 1 to return back to the main file screen. All the invoices come over to accounting on hold. So you can see at the bottom, the H is highlighted as your hotkey, and it is on hold. And the H also represents billing, pay, and scan. So if we hit letter H, we want to remove the invoice from hold simply by hitting enter. And just like a flowchart, go down to the accounts payable option. We want to start our carrier's pay aging. We had 2 different carriers on the load, so you can choose either one. Let's go for Beckon first. They did the line haul. And now we're in the purchase journal, and our status is expected. And the amount due to this carrier is $19.77. One was for the line haul, and the other for the fuel surcharges. H is the magic letter here. We're going to hit H again to enter the vendor's invoice number and start it aging. It might warn you of a few things, such as a W-9. Enter in the invoice number that's on your paper. If it was entered in dispatch, it would appear. Arrow down and it will autofill in today's date to start it aging. And no, it's not available for quick pay. Escape, escape. And now your status has started aging. Okay. Once we hit X, we also can do the other carrier's pay, and you would do it the same exact way if you had the invoice in front of you, or if you wanted to proceed with that now. Otherwise, hit X. If you have scanning capabilities, this would be the point where you can scan in the proof of delivery, the bill of lading, any supporting documentation. Hit enter on scanning. And you have a couple different options. If you have a physical piece of paper, you would choose option 1 to scan. You choose whether it's a public or a private document. If it's private, it will only be available to the people in your company. Or if it's public that you want your customers to be able to view during web services, you would opt for public. Enter in the amount of sheets of paper, put the pieces of paper in your scanner, hit enter, and it will scan in the documents. At that point, you would want to upload the scans. Now, you could do this a couple times a day. You don't need to do this each and every time you scan in a piece of paper, but it will not be available for view to everyone else until you upload the scans. Your other option is that you can upload a file. If you receive your proof of deliveries or any paperwork via email, even such as an email or an Excel file, you can also upload those, option 6. Choose whether it's public or private. and a web browser will open. You would browse your desktop, choose your documents, and let's click on something here, and open. And once we click Upload, it shows that it's a credit card document form and it's a Word file. So each time you were to enter into this Pro 336134, this Word document would be available. Okay, so that's the scanning procedure. We're going to exit out and exit. And also, as a side note, you can see next to the S for scan, there is a public record on file. We're going to X out of here. And now we're going to go down to print our invoices. If you have a biller ID or you're an agent or office, you can enter those codes in here. Otherwise, simply press Escape to print your invoices. You have several choices. You can print it on plain paper, a logo invoice, if you have something custom. Let's do a laser invoice today. And notice also it says that it's sorted by the biller in the order it was billed. So when you are billing multiple invoices, as you're turning them over and invoicing them, they will print out in that same order that you went through the process of billing. And you're also given an option to print audit invoices for your e-billing customers. So if you need a paper copy for your records, you would opt Y for yes. I'm going to say no. And I'll show you what that looks like on a PDF. And any second, we'll have some invoices up here on our screen. Actually, it looks like they were all e-billing customers, which is really great to see. That's really the best way that you can save paper, ink, postage. So we really try to stress the e-billing, and you can set your customers up for e-billing in their customer file. Now we're going to go down to post invoices. So we did our invoicing, our printing, and our posting. And if we bring that up to a PDF, we can see our sales journal, and there's our pro number that we just invoiced, and the total dollar amount. Okay. Yes, it's okay to post our invoices. And they can all be sent to us at our email address. And you can also print out a posted invoice report. So now we did our bill pay scan procedure. We had to take it off of hold first. We scanned in our documents. We printed our invoice. We posted it, and now somebody comes along and there is an error on that bill, whether it's today or another week or two from now. So if we need to make a correction to the invoice, we would go to option E for invoice correction or reduction. You can process a credit or a debit. If we're going to process a credit, that's going to obviously decrease our accounts receivable amount. We want to add a credit, enter our pro number, how much was it for, and let's say it was for $50, and the reason was possibly a negotiated rate in sales for something like a line haul or that liftgate accessorial. And the reason would be a sales error. And the GL number, if you don't know what your GL number is, you can press Enter to choose it from a list of GL numbers. And we can page down to the proper GL, put this one under Sales, and then we just hit Escape. I'm going to X out of here, or delete out of here. And again, I need to go print, and then I will post. So once we've printed, we have a choice of bringing it up to a PDF. You can email it or fax it. Here's a copy of our credit report reflecting the $50 credit. And now I'm going to go and post my credit. And once I've done that, it would be important to send out a revised invoice to my customer. So back on the invoicing menu, I go to option F to print my corrected invoice, enter in my pro. You can email this directly to your customer, fax it. I'll bring it up as a PDF to show you. At the top of the invoice, it says that it's a corrected invoice reflecting that same pro number, so that all the records maintain that same pro number. And we have our bill to and customer information, a description of all the original charges, and a sales error credit of $50. And the balance due has been adjusted. And that's our bill, pay, scan procedure and corrected